clash, Muller's great night in the end, and you guys have done it the hard way, but nonetheless it's still unbeaten and a big win.
Yeah, massive win. I said it on Saturday that these won't be any pushovers. We knew exactly how they'd play, and you know, to let a goal in just before half time, the first half wasn't good enough at all. We addressed that at half time once again, told the players what we wanted, and we came out second half. And I've just said it there to the lads, you know what, I'm actually really proud of them, because you know, probably towards the end of last season or the start of this year in pre-season, we'd probably crumbles in times like this, but you know, they've dug in to a man. I thought they were fantastic. We've still got bits to learn, don't get me wrong, you know, playing in the right areas, but like I say, really proud of each and every one of them, and to get a result against them with 10 men, fantastic, absolutely fantastic.
I think that's the key to it all, isn't it? The fact you went down to 10 men and still managed to find a way. You know, you're never going to win every game with, you know, pretty sensational football, and sometimes you really have to show some character, and everyone showed that tonight, didn't they?
Yeah, as you said, John, down to 10 men, like, it sort of spurred us on.
Yeah.
So we became better, we actually passed it better, we stepped it up again, the work rate was better, and yeah, as Robert said, the character second half was brilliant, because obviously first half it wasn't good enough all around.
Was it your goal?
Nah. Can't claim that one.
But, you know, the two goals were all about delivery, really, weren't they? I mean, I think it was Warburton from the left-hand side, and then headed back for Crawford to finish, and then Jake Duffy. I thought he was really good when, particularly after the sending off. You know, his delivery was spot on for the winner.
Yeah, as you say, Jake's one of the probably best pass in the league. And to be fair, I think when Barton got the goal and then he went down to 10, I think they stepped off us a bit, and it gave Duffy the space to get on it, and then that's when he can produce passes like he can, it opens up teams. And as I said, the quality first half wasn't there, but second half for the two goals was. And when the quality's right, that's what we can do. What
about the sending off? Did either of you have a particularly good view of it? I couldn't really tell from where I was, to be honest.
I saw it, and like I say, it's difficult because you are, you know, 20-30 yards away. But at the same time, like, I'm just questioning the ref. For the ref to go over to the linesman and ask for his opinion, and the linesman say it's not a red card, and then still give the red card, you know, we can't comment on the refs. It's one of them things. But from my point of view, I don't think it's a red card. It's a one-footed challenge, but that's my opinion, and we have to get on with things now. Burge is probably going to be out for, you know, 4 or 5 games, so that's something, you know, we'll have to look into. But like I said before, you know, we've got a squad now where we're capable of bringing people in to play in them positions, and it doesn't faze the team too much. So don't get me wrong, Burge will be a miss for them games, but at the same time, you know, we have got players now that can come in and take that position.
Overall, it's been a really good week, because, you know, it's 2 more wins. You know, it's 100% at home in the league. It's still unbeaten, up to second, and you know, is it a good or bad thing that you leave that alone again for another week and concentrate on the FA Trophy?
No, to be honest, I'd rather just league games, but as you said, we're going to have to concentrate on the FA Trophy. It's a bit more money if we can go further in the rounds for the club. But as I said, since the start of the season, the lads have been brilliant. Like, if you asked us to take this before the season started, we would have snapped your hand off. So, and I think we've probably had the hardest start as well. We've played Bedford away, we've played Hale's Own away, we've played AFC Dunstable, played Bedward away. So, to be fair play to the lads, they've stuck in, and 2 man, they've all shown character and great work rate and attitude.
Just looking ahead quickly to Saturday, what can you expect? Obviously, it's lower, you know, lower ranked opposition, but you know, on the road. So, any ideas of what to expect on Saturday?
No, I haven't really got a report back on. Is it Hitchin playing? Oh, Histon. So I'll try and get one tomorrow. But no, I think they're the same level as us. They're just in the other. I think the East version or something of our league. But now we'll try and get a report on them tomorrow or Friday, and we'll go from there.
And FA Trophy, like Muller's just referred to, is, you know, you can get through a round or two. It's a bit more money in the pot, and you know, and I guess momentum more than anything. If you can keep this winning feeling, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, like I said to you before, John, we want to win every game, whether it's a cup match, whether it's a league match. Winning becomes a habit, and losing becomes a habit. So, you know, we want to win every game. We'll approach every game exactly the same, and then hopefully we get the win on Saturday. We will do our homework on them over the next few days. But like I've said to the players in there, they need to start believing in themselves. To a man, I believe that this is one of the strongest teams at this level that I've ever been around personally. To be fair, I've been around for a few years. But I genuinely believe that, and I want the players to start believing it themselves, because the sooner they realise that, without being big-headed or being complacent, the better team we will be. So, you know, we don't really faze anyone as such, but at the same time, you have to be careful of any opponent that you go in a battle with as such. So Barton, for example, I said it would be a tough game. And it was a tough game tonight, but we came out of it with 3 points, and I think Histon will be exactly the same. Very tough game, and fingers crossed we can get through to the next round, which will be great for us and great for the club.
Well done, boys. Cheers.
Cheers, John. Cheers, boys.
Yeah.
Cheers.